We're live.
Welcome to Scale Builders Guild. I think I got that one.
I was first over here for sure.
I didn't hear anybody else say it in here. Welcome to the live stream takeover episode 183. Flying Cars Stars.
I have spin the wheel plus flying cars on mine. So,
So we've killed half of our audience.
Yep. And tonight's show, I would like to just start off by saying I'm anxious to get the wheel spun. So,
You know what you're hoping for? Anything else other than I declare bankruptcy?
There's so much that I'm like, are we going to be on a trend where I'm getting screwed every week here? And Matt's just
I hope so.
Matt's just going to be up there on his high horse. In
recycle bin land.
I'm so nervous. Hopefully,
Don't be nervous.
Some of you, all of
It's
you.
not going to go well.
Hopefully, all of you watch the budget build videos.
Oh man, I hope you all watched
Check
it.
in where you're watching from,
Really
and
use-
if you watch the videos. And if you didn't, we will instantly ban.
Ban hammer.
Ban,
Ban
ban.
hammer.
Mods, get ready. Ban, ban.
That's why we have the mods. Can we change all of Josh's wheel options to bankruptcy? Yes. He's got 6 extra I declare bankruptcies in there for some reason. Yeah, hopefully everybody has been watching. I'm having a great time with it so far. It's been an awesome week. You saw, though. You saw, Josh.
Your restraint.
That I was still very nice to you.
Your restraint
very
was good. I think you were, to help things be, but also for your own benefit, because
Exactly.
you got to make 7 more videos.
Right. Yeah, it's like, welcome to the budget build. It's a recycle bin week. It's all done.
Yeah, and
We're finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got a lot of stuff I still want to do, and it wouldn't be much of a challenge if I just did it all in week 1. So, yeah, I was very restrained. I could have easily put in any number of servos. I could put in 3 servos if I wanted.
Servo. I don't even need this one.
In
I'm still gonna
fact,
bolt
I
it in,
could have just
in
swapped.
case.
I could have also swapped to the VFD twin without any trouble at all.
Exactly.
So, I mean, Stenny said he watched them at work, which is the ideal place to do it. Let them pay you to watch YouTube.
Yeah, I think that is the best. You know what? I think everybody should do that while at work.
That's how we all win.
So we're gonna do that again.
Matt, I did take it easy on the recycle week. Do I get the $60 carryover since I didn't use it? No, Jesse, that money does not carry over. Recycle week is recycle week.
It means you don't get to spend any money and you have to use recycled parts, which is kind of a joke when you're
well
for us.
You know what? Y'all shouldn't have put that in the rules then.
I definitely didn't think it through as well.
You didn't think that one through, did you? No. Especially three parts minimum. What were you thinking?
I was like, well, it's got to be a good week. You can't just find something random and put it on. I'm like, oh, well, that's dumb.
So 3 minimum parts. Oops.
God.
3 maximum parts
I know.
this time, dummy. Safety Third RC, thank you very much. I bought flying cars yesterday. You and your little bearded friend owe me $2.81. No, we don't. That was money well spent to be a part of the living joke.
Yes.
That is the 183 episodes of this. So I was talking to Rebecca. I was walking the dog this afternoon. We were walking along, and I go, you know what? She goes, I bet you guys tripled the viewership of that movie. I said, nay. I bet you we quintupled it. Easily. And then I said, and to be fair, it's so bad that it's good.
Exactly. Especially the more you watch it.
Yes, it gets better.
By like the 10th time through, there were so many details. Tell me, have you watched it more than 10 times, Matt?
Probably, yeah.
Same here.
Yeah. Every time I think about it, I'm like, I'm going to watch that again. I just rip it, just fire it up.
Bah, it's on there. I'm working away. I'm like, oh, there's a detail. There's a detail. Oh, got that. Got that.
Such a loser, Drew.
Oh, I hate that name.
It's amazing how they both hate the other girl's name. What a coincidence. So yeah, tonight's guest, because we need to kind of tie this all together, is Matt Higgins. He works at Horizon Hobbies. He's on mostly Axial
He is the
at this
Axial
point right now, I think.
brand champion.
Brand champion.
Do any of you have
champion?
Do any of you have champion in your job title? I'd like to know.
I'm an editing champion.
I'd like to know.
You know what? Wish I was a champion.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, huh. Seems like I'm getting shafted here.
Yeah, exactly. But Matt was very loosely in flying cars, and I cannot wait to ask him if he's watched it or even heard of
when
it.
I initially sent Matt the email before you sent him the one after I'd already confirmed with him, I had said, by the way, make sure you watch Flying Cars before the show.
And he went, what?
Yeah. Huh?
He went, huh?
I said, it's available on Amazon. It was.
Yep. David Ferris, I got your email and I responded to your email. So hopefully you got my email.
Check your email.
Check your email. Holy crap, that's a 2020 movie. Yes, it came out in 2020.
Right about the time this movie.
Because right about the time this whole show started, because little known fact, well, I think we talk about this every single time, the producer reached out to me and was like, hey, we've got a movie about RC cars, and would you be interested in showing the trailer on your show? Which we did, and then we both got copyright strikes.
Yeah. Because of the music that was in the trailer. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. That's right, DK. It's Flying Cars Stars.
Yeah. Josh, you should call out Matt for installing the shock ends during the recycle week. He already cheated. That is a great point, SFL. Those are not recycled
Negative.
parts. Those are mods.
But no, they are not. They are mods. Yes. It's a free mod though, because it's included in the box.
I'll allow that interpretation.
So, challenge accepted on that rule interpretation.
So, it's okay. I am more excited at this point for this budget build than I've ever been for week 2 of any of the previous budget builds.
Very exciting stuff. I've got the wheel all ready to spin.
Me too.
That's
Mine is
how
ready to go as
excited
well. We should do that after mail
It's what's
call.
great about before we bring Matt on?
Yeah. Or after. What do you want to do it before or after?
After.
Okay.
After.
That's fine.
You got to keep people on the show.
I'm nervous for
They'll
it
just
though.
click right up.
I want to do it.
Thomas Bialzik, thank you very much. How's everything going with the carbon fiber? I'm in a bidding war for a piece of plywood featured in Flying Cars.
Fan art.
It's funny, I got an email. I know it's not F1 talk yet, but I got an email from Formula today regarding their specialty collections of memorabilia. And I was like,
Ooh.
oh, I want to click on this.
I want a wheel nut.
I want some of that stuff. You can get a Halo. You can get the Halo from a car, from a McLaren car, a modern McLaren, but it's like $5,000. You can get a piece of a Lando car, and they'll tell you what race the car was in, and it comes encased in lucite, and it's got signed on the outside, and it's got a little plaque and everything. That's $500.
Okay.
And I'm like,
Like picking a wall.
yeah, I'm like, that could go right there.
I would only want the Halo if it was the one that Max Verstappen parked on top of Lewis Hamilton. That one I'd be interested in.
I want the helmet
Suck on that,
because it's got a
Hamilton.
big tire mark on it. Suck on that, Hammy. But did the engine cover cost money? No, because that was recycled as well. I recycled that out of the previous Fordyce.
Yeah.
I had already used it. Recycle.
Yeah. What is 3D printer you guys are using? We're both using the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon. And where is the MOA? The MOA is right there, behind my massive head. So,
Nobody cares.
yeah.
If it's not frozen carbonite, I don't want it. That's a Star Wars
I
joke.
know. He's in the table or whatever like this.
Yeah, it's a table. Good one.
What is it? I've only seen it used as like a table.
It's a block of carbonite.
Okay.
He's
It's
frozen
just a
in it.
random block.
No, the carbonite freezes around him.
And where is it? This is dumb.
It's not a table.
It's a dumb movie.
Forget it. No, yeah. You're right. Millions of us are wrong. You are right. How's your week going, idiot?
Well, today I got to have a fun visit with James Knight. He came to the shop.
Jimmy.
Jimmy Knight.
I've been commenting on pretty much every Instagram because I just told him I'm really sorry. I missed you. Can't believe you came all the way here and I won't be there.
Can I tell you how James
Timing.
Knight gave me a heart attack today?
Yes, you can.
So, I had been working on some stuff here and there, and waiting for a RV to pull into our parking lot, right? Since he,
Yeah,
had I
that's
had
how
seen
he's
that he is
traveling,
traveling
yeah.
around with in a rented RV with his friend Robbie Bobster, who we've also seen on this stream many times.
Man.
But I'm waiting for that, and I was in the packaging room, and I look up, and I see the RV on Roseville Road, who many of you may have seen on my Instagram
already
before.
nervous.
That the road that our shop is on, Roseville Road, it's a scene from Mad Max and Frogger all at once. It's the most dangerous road in the world. Anyway,
In the world.
I look up, and it's also odd. It's a 2-lane road, one in each direction. But there's a really wide shoulder on the inside, like another 2 lanes wide. And oftentimes people will use that as another driving lane. However, I look up, and James is going to make a left turn into our parking lot, right? But he's driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, Australia.
I look up and I go, oh my God. There was a car coming head on who then just goes to the outside of the trap of that shoulder and just drives around there. Like,
Good God.
oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, Ben's in here. Hi, Ben. The infamous Roseville Road. Yes, exactly.
And
Well,
Yeah.
that's good. He survived.
he pulls in. I go,
That-
you almost gave me a heart attack. You were in the oncoming lane. He goes, yeah, I was driving on the right side the whole time. Till that little bit there. And I'm like, oh, they seem to go a bit wide. Because I think he missed our turn and had to turn around and come back onto the road and just...
Oh man. Was this the first time he had been at the shop?
Yes.
Wow.
So-
All the way from Australia.
I think he knew he was getting close after hearing all of the stories and then being on that. Like, seems a bit shady. must be close.
I must be close. Did you give him the full Beans tour?
Yep. Gave him the full tour.
Excellent.
All the new stuff.
Excellent.
All the,
Very
well,
good.
he hadn't been there before, so he hadn't seen any of the machines.
Yeah.
So they're all new machines to him.
Right. To me, they're old machines. I'm like, hello, old friend.
We've had a
I
lot.
remember you from such trucks as Ripper.
Yeah. We've had a lot of new machines since the last time you were there.
It's been a little while for me as well.
Yeah,
2018?
2018? Yeah.
2018.
You and Richard.
Me and Richie L. Thomas Bialzik, thank you very much. We started our SEMA push at work, so it's been busy and tired AF. I should be starting to seal it this weekend and starting split lines. Cool.
Crazy.
If you guys don't know, he's making the carbon fiber Suga bodies for me, and we've got 30 committed parties. Well, loosely committed parties.
Ben, Skill Color Fab Shop says, was he sweating at the end of the tour? Because when Ben came and visited me, it was at the end of the day. I already had the whole shop closed up, and it was at the end of July because it was right before Axial Fest. So I'm like walking him through the whole shop, but it was just baking hot.
Probably lost 5 pounds on that tour.
The worst time for a tour he could have. So
I've had a few tours through there at that time, but you know what? Jimmy's from Australia now, where it's hot as balls all the time. So
yeah,
you've seen Mad Max Fury Road. It's exactly the same.
Exactly the same. TRD Adventure, thank you, Tim. What's up? Had a blast at Disney this weekend. 12 cheater C2 courses in 2 days and tons of SCX6 time. Now relaxing, building in a RC Speed, my A1 Phoenix. Wait, what? Building an RC Speed? RC Speedy, maybe? Phoenix? I don't know what that means. I haven't seen that setup. Thank you very much.
I saw a cage. It looks pretty good. Cool.
The
Dimes.
Sounds
Dimes.
Time at Disney is something always missed. So I much like Disney Oklahoma.
Very good. Yep. Are we going to get more drift content? Yes. In a way.
With the Phoenix?
No.
Or the Fordyce?
No. Oh my God.
Like that's.
Do you not see the RWB right here?
No, I don't. It's literally right out of frame.
You don't see it.
The Fordyce is the edge of the frame.
Well, you're doing it wrong. Everyone can see it on my side.
Lame. Oh, there is the toothpaste machine.
Your scum.
Mint chip.
Toothpaste machine. All right. Do you guys want to do mail call
before we bring Matt on? George, thank you, GC. Coop 2. Happy Wednesday, guys. Have you used the textured PEI plate? I've had 0 fails and 0 glue when using it. No, I have not. Well, I mean, other than the other side of
I've used it.
Like there's the PLA cool plate, and then there's the engineering side. But I have not picked up the textured PEI plate beyond that.
I had the textured one when I had the P1S.
Aha.
So that's what it comes with. It's a nice plate for sure, but you know what? I don't like the textured surface.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because then it puts that textured surface on whatever part you've printed.
Yeah. Will you adjust your camera back now? I have your faces split. No, I'm just saying move your... Yeah, just physically. Other way.
There?
Other way. Keep going. Keep going. You moved or something moved. Whatever. That's fine. I can just move it with my mouse. That's actually easier. Now I can see the car too. What do you know? It's amazing.
You're a full-on idiot. I can't wait until you spin.
Let's do mail call.
All right. I got a lot of stuff.
I have a handful of
Warning.
things. Handful of things. You go first.
All right. I got a bunch of things in the mail from DBI. He's an aspiring print god. He's got some good designs. He did there's a full interior. It's hard to see, but there's a full interior now in the Defender TRX4M.
Okay.
It's a resin print. It's very, very good. Very detailed. You might have caught it on my stories. He also sent a bunch of RTI ramps. And there's a little jack.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty cute, right? Yeah. This part, though, I think you will like. I quite like this. It's a little license plate holder for the back of your Phoenix. Sits right on the here, I've got it. I've already got it mounted up. You can see what it looks like.
Oh, interesting.
Isn't that cool?
Kind of looks like one of those lowrider car club things being up like.
I don't know what that means, but
What?
It's got a space for a light where you can put a light in the thing there and light up your license plate, which I thought that was a pretty
Gotta have
cute
that. You
little
get
thing
pulled
there.
over otherwise.
Well, you gotta have a light on there.
I got a couple of things. Speaking of TRX4Ms, I got some TRX4M stuff from PN Racing. I covered this on the Scale News, but they showed up in the mail. I got their two new motor options. The 90 turn and the
you're talking about that in the
63
mail.
turn. Actually, that's not true. They sent me 2 of the 90 turn.
All right, very cool.
Nope, they did not. It's 63. They just didn't put the
Okay.
right tag on it. I was like, okay, that's
Very good.
like, well, that's not what I wanted. So yeah, probably throw those in my TRX4M here in some point.
Nate Hill just named the Porsche for me. Mint Chippy. It's pretty funny. I like that. It's good. All right, my turn.
Yes.
Okay. Reefs sent me a care package
Oh, I have as
with
well.
many things.
Should we do the special
Many
one first,
things.
since we both?
Well, okay. I was gonna save that till the end, but check that out, you brass holes.
Brass Roth, and it is significantly heavier. Like I
It
could
is
pick.
quite-
I could pick.
it is quite
I
heavy.
could pick this box out. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If this was a blind taste
Yeah.
test, you'd go, "Yep, that's the brass
The
one."
Pepsi challenge would not be difficult.
Very excited to put that in something. I don't know what yet, but it's going to have to be classy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I know what you're putting yours in.
I mean, it's
You got to put it in the TRX 4000.
exactly.
Yeah, there's no other place for it.
Exactly.
He also sent along a 299 LP and his new gyro for drifting.
I didn't get the gyro. Weird.
Oh, that's odd. I don't know why. There was also a 1100 Smart and another 179 Smart Micro in the box as well, which is that's great. Thank you very
I had
much, Reefs, for sending those
A
along.
few servos that I needed as well. I got 299 LP that I need for my 4-dice build.
Free Drifter? Oh,
Yeah, right. And then I got a 900 Smart and 1100 Smart. I put a 900 Smart in my 4-dice, which I should grab. But replenishing what I've been using.
brass shift servos for the Phoenix. Yes, that's a great idea.
Just all of the weight. So
That's so awesome. Yeah, thank you, Reefs, for sending those along. Those are well appreciated.
so you go again because I kind of just piggybacked on your Reefs one.
Okay. I got some new batteries. Now, these I bought on Amazon, but they're specifically for the purpose of putting in the Porsche, because when I left Nationals, I left you with all the batteries.
Yes. That I bought.
Oh, you bought them
Yes.
all. You paid for them.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was probably why I left them for you. Then. You're welcome. I got some 650 milliamp hour mini stars.
Mini. That's the wrong size for what we're using.
It's fine. I checked.
Okay. I'll allow it then.
It sort of fits after some modifying. But I needed to reprint the seat anyway because I busted it. So I reprinted it, and then I reprinted this piece and already cut off that part.
Excellent.
So we should be good to go.
Good. We should do something with those
Yes.
for content again.
I'm going to drive it.
So I can't. Ben made a good mention here. I can't really show my next item because it wouldn't fit in here. But I got new wheels for the Gladiator.
Yes, you did.
Luckily, the fine partnership with KMC came in clutch, and I was able to swindle my way into some 20-inch KMC chases.
It's definitely a swindle, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was was a lucky.
I think it's pronounced chasse.
Chasse? Yeah. So I can show you. I do have a photo, but I did go 20s. You can all suck it.
And to be fair, before you all complain, because I certainly did, they don't look that bad. They don't look that out of place.
So it's gonna be. I don't know if Matt's can see that.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah.
So
Yep, it looks like a Sahara.
Black 20s, and then I did Falcon Wild Peaks.
Shocker.
20s look better than any other option. I know style.
Well, it's because you know what? I thought you were going to go with really skinny sidewalls. Like really skinny. Like really brodozer.
I would have to go to like
it's just
24s for that to be a thing.
I understand.
So,
I didn't think it through properly. It doesn't look half bad. Nope, still looks terrible.
No. The best combo. I would have liked. I mean,
it's a combo.
I would have definitely liked to gone like 24s. Some like 12.
Might as well put 20s on it. It was never a real truck. Well, it's personal preference, and everyone's allowed to have one of those, despite how wrong it might be. Okay. Next, it's Hot Wheels time. I picked this little box up here of a bunch of Datsuns.
I like that set.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? I liked it because they were all white. It just looks cool when they're all just plain. I like my cars like I like my chips. Plain. Salty.
Did you just get one Hot Wheels for the week?
No, I have another Hot Wheels. And then I have a box here, a mystery box from a viewer.
Oh.
And I think this might be full of Hot Wheels as well. But the next part, I'm gonna save until the end.
Okay.
I'm gonna open the mystery box. This mystery box is from Frank Hauer.
Oh, Frank.
Do you know Frank?
Yes. Frank.
Frank, a good guy.
Yep. He's RC Fabricator on.
What's Frank's name?
RC Fabricator on Instagram. In his YouTube, yes. I think it's not the same, but I can't remember what it is. He's out here by me. He's in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
He sent me some of those really nice Porsches before, and
oh,
yeah.
Well, maybe that's what's in here.
So,
Matt can't read. That says Nissan. That's the joke. Open this end first. Did I do it right? Yes. All right. Oh, there's a note, and there is Hot Wheels. Get my reading glasses out. SBG, I hope this package finds you well. In this mystery box, you will find a few tokens of my appreciation. Your content has provided me with countless hours of entertainment and unmeasurable knowledge. Wow.
He's very nice.
I don't think he's watching my channel. I am truly grateful for all you do for our hobby. Please enjoy these gifts as I enjoy your contributions. That is very nice, Frank. Thank you very, very much. First things first, cut into pieces, protect plastic parts. What is this? Big pink mat. Did you get one of these?
Yes. Open it up more and you'll see what it is. Does it not have any text on it? Okay. Anyway, that's a heat blanket. So if you're ever doing any brazing or anything like that and you want to protect something, use that as your blocking. It's a...
Amazing.
Yes.
That's really handy. Thank you very much, Frank. I will use that for sure. Especially if I ever do any more work on a C2X.
A little melty bit.
Hey,
don't worry about that.
All right. We're already starting really well. We got the Volvo Gasser.
Yes.
Sick. Volvo. Yes. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of cars in here. And now that's a knife. Size of those suckers.
What
right.
in the world?
Wow. I've never seen a pair of snips this big before.
Neither have I.
There's a little tiny graphic of a man wearing glasses.
Those are shears. Yes, not like wow.
Malco 12N. Those are serious.
I don't know what you're cutting with those, but I would like to know. Those are sick.
Maybe it's for cutting the mat, obviously. Wow, all right, what do we got here?
Cutting the mat, actually, that's a great.
Ooh, yes. A couple of Ford GTs.
I like that set.
Look at those.
I like that set a lot.
I like that set as well. That is very nice.
You're cutting everything with those.
I'm cutting things that didn't know they needed to be cut.
This needs to be 2 pieces.
Porsche.
Oh, slick.
That is so nice. With a Volkswagen Transporter, right on. That is so cool. What a box of fun this is. It just keeps going. More Datsuns.
I love the transports.
Oh my goodness. I know, the team transports are so fun.
Frank's the one who sent me the Porsche transport that I have too. Actually, 2 of them.
Ah, yes. Cut the mat. Don't cut the mat. one 1/6 scale snips for a full size Snippy. We've got a 73 Honda Civic.
Yep,
that's pretty cool.
One of the new main lines. It's really cool.
I don't get it. Oh boy. Here's the packaging for the snips. So now we know. Cut straight. Malco. Those are insane.
Aluminum tin snips.
Aluminium. A little Golf Fiat 500.
Premium metal.
Oh, yes, it is a metal. Very nice. Real riders, baby. Frank isn't messing around. Holy cow. Like, this is insane. This is just crazy.
Did you get a Pop-Tart?
Oh, look at this.
If you didn't get Pop-Tarts, I win.
I think there's any food in here. No. But check this out. They're all Gulf livery.
Oh, so it's got the Aston, the Wait, is that the Corvette?
We've got Aston Martin, the Fiat 500, Glory Chaser.
I know where the finish is.
And an Indy 500. That's pretty cool. And we've got another Honda CRX. That was one of my favorite cars of all time. Frank,
I've got the same one on the bench.
This is way too nice of you, Frank. Holy cow. And then finally, oh yes, another Porsche 917. That's a great one. Another Porsche 934 RSR.
I'm on board. That's a Mary Poppins box. RC Patina
No
guy.
kidding.
Thank you, sir. I started to buy the same Hot Wheels as my RC cars and trucks. That's a solid.
That's a really smart idea.
Solid.
Do they have a shippy?
Yeah. You know what? Now that you can get into customizing.
Yes. Ford Escort RS 2000.
Solid.
And another Ford Sierra Cosworth.
Also
man, this is what the haul. This is crazy.
The Hot Wheel I have for the week is this one here. It's a Mercedes-Benz, and it comes in a fancy little luggage box. Inside is the
Did it come
SL.
Did it come with a small bag of tea?
The SL with the gull wing doors. Very nice.
That's amazing. Frank, thank you so much. This is way more than I could have possibly asked for. I didn't ask for any of this, so that's really amazing.
Do you keep the cars in the packaging? I do not. I open my cars.
Some of them I'm going to, because somebody asked in here.
I have a couple that are worth like big money.
Jeff 13 Brew said Matt now needs the Hot Wheels Team Transport RWB Porsche set, and I may have purchased that this week for an undisclosed amount of money.
Both of the RWBs on the way.
You have the purple. What's the other one?
The purple's the transport, and then there's also a black silhouette RWB.
Oh, you mean this one?
Yes, that one.
But does yours have this sticker from RWB
It
on
does
it?
not, because mine will be opened. So it doesn't matter any. It probably
This
did.
one-
It probably did. But who
It probably
Who could
doesn't.
say?
This one came direct from RWB.
cardboard collector?
I have to. I can't take it out of the box now that it has that sticker on there because of the value
There's
associated
another
with that
black
sticker.
RWB that you can get as well. Did you know that?
Yes, I did
It's
know
like
that. This might be
$500.
it, isn't it? Oh, it's not that
No,
one.
because it's got a little figure
was-
that stands next to it.
A little figure of Nakasi.
Gee, Nicole just popped in.
Uh,
Stop with the Hot Wheels.
Nicole, don't worry about it. Got a couple of Raw Velt stickers, which I'm going to put on the Volvo.
Perfect.
For comedy.
Yes. Can you get the windshield banner? Put it on there.
Oh, can you imagine? That would be the best. And then I got a T-shirt.
You know what? Support. Good job. I approve.
If I can't ever afford to have one, I might as well own the T-shirt.
Yep. Matchbox has the 91 RSR for order tomorrow. Yes. Actually, I know that one, and I will be ordering.
No,
it.
it was today. Or no, it's tomorrow. It's
yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be ordering that one as well.
I just need to get into work before 9.
Josh will forget, and I'll get 2.
I have your Liberty Walk, so
Well, okay.
yeah.
Good. I think you have more than just a
I
Liberty
do
Walk
have
there too.
more than that just for you. So,
Do you have any more stuff? I have one more
No.
thing. Okay, and then we got to get Matt on the
Yes.
show. He's probably chomping at the bit. Scale Metal Supplies supplied me with a bunch more metal supplies. We've got some element sliders all ready to go. Oh, Josh, you'll like this. AR-44 leaf perches.
whack.
We've got a fast dash combo. If you've not seen this on his site, this is pretty sick. Very easy to do up a dash and trans tunnel all in one. Some internal bumper tabs. Some buggy build plates. These are pretty handy if you're doing like a one-off buggy. This is to accept, I believe, the VFD, AX10
Yeah.
Element skid compatible, so that'll work with any of those. We've got some 10-2/3 slider brackets, some AR-45 leaf perches. Yes.
More whack.
Did you notice there's a Canadian flag on this version of the sticker? Is that just because he knows I'm the only one who will buy these?
Yeah, exactly.
And some TF2 bumper tabs. I don't know who has any of that. Not me. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm done. I am
I'm
spent.
adding Matt right now.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
I've got to switch over to the. I've got to switch this all standby.
So do I.
Hang on.
We'll see if he
Forgot.
answers first. I know that mine is all acting weird. I'll fix it. Oh, I think I had this issue last time where I didn't even show up on my own. So let's hope that it works. I remember this did not work for me, but
Oh boy, here we go.
there's Matt.
Oh, I see him. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Don't do anything. Don't do anything.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Just got to get you sorted
It's
out
fun
here,
that we have
Matt.
to
One sec,
reconfigure
buddy.
this every time because
We're not. You know what? For such an unprofessional show, we're really keeping up the expectations. That's really, really low.
No, I see 2 of you,
we're
but not both of you.
Hey, that's a good start.
I've got you two at least. So we've got the
All right.
important part. We have
See
I'm
me?
not on my own stream, but
We can see you and we can hear you. You're looking fantastic, Matt. Welcome to the show, everyone. This is Matt Higgins from Horizon Hobby / Axial. He's a brand champion.
I lost the champion status. We all did.
Oh,
What?
no.
As much, yeah, I was shocked when I started there. I never heard of that title, and so it took me a while to get used to. But then by the time I got used to it, they changed the title, and we are now
So-
marketing brand strategists.
Oh. So do you have like a big?
Each brand
wow.
has one, and on the Axial marketing brand strategist, nothing else.
Is there a
changed.
big like board in front of you where you move tiny pieces around and?
You'd think, yeah, they just, but basically, yeah, we're marketing managers, but they couldn't go with that. So,
To be fair, if I'm honest, if you were, and I'm not saying this is happening, but if you were ever looking for another job, I would definitely take the marketing strategist title over brand champion. I think it just professionally, it just plays better. It just sounds like a job that you actually have.
I think I would probably just put marketing manager down. So I think most people would get that. Even the strategist, I don't know. I still think like I'm playing Risk with.
Yeah,
RC
that's
company.
exactly how I picture it. It's like there's a map
Yeah.
of Gettysburg in front of you,
know,
and you're just.
we all do that. Anytime a new product comes out, you're always playing Risk.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Today. Thanks for coming on. It's a real honor to meet someone who's such a huge Hollywood star.
I know, right?
Did you go watch the movie?
I have already seen it. I don't know if I'd seen it all the way through in one sitting, but I have seen it. I actually had to buy it. And it's a funny backstory to it. And I watched about 5 to 10 minutes of it again today, just to be honest, because you guys had asked me to. And I was like, well, I should probably, it's been a couple years.
It's the only
up on it.
requirement of being on this show.
Yeah, you don't even have to have a camera if you're on my side, because I can't. I'm still not on my own video. It's fine.
Oh, that's right. I just looked over. Yeah, you're not on. It's a big half the screen's black.
Nobody, because you know what, Josh? Nobody watches your show for your face anyway.
I can't say that I disagree with that.
Randall looks funny. No, this is not Randall. We don't have time for Randall again this week.
Randall's a good guest. He's probably a better guest than I am. He's very entertaining.
We should tell Matt where that came from.
Say that yet.
Matt, Randall was supposed to join us for like 2 releases ago, and he was like he was like unavailable, and then he forgot the next time, and then we had somebody else on the time after that. So like, nope, we don't have Randall coming on.
You can at least count on me remembering. I'm not promising anything beyond that. No entertainment value, but I will remember.
Well, I think but it's all about, for us, it's all about learning a little bit on the inside of how that whole company works and what new stuff you've got coming out that you can spoil for everybody now.
Ask away anything about the industry or the company, the brand. It's fair game. Not saying I'll answer it, but
I think that's fair to probably start with like a little bit of history on you and how you've been in this business for as long as you have been, because it's not just been at Horizon. You've been all over the place.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little background on how you got started?
Yeah, well, so a little bit, I got started in the hobby around 85 as a kid, in the golden years of RC with Tamiya's, like everybody else at that time. Almost instantly got into racing. And then when the RC10 came out, really got into it. Race associated stuff, ironically, for years, and raced. So a lot of electric off-road, raced a lot of carpet oval, and then touring cars. And then in '98, I was racing probably like twice a week just as a hobbyist. I decided to just do like a little contributing. I was professionally writing, so like doing a little RC stuff on the side. I thought it'd be a good little side hustle at the time. Never intended to go into the industry, and then turned into a full-time job. Oh, now it's just you on this.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
I finally figured it out.
Yeah. So, been in the industry since '98, full-time shortly after that. I've gone in and out like a lot of people. I've gone in and out a few times. So I worked almost always in media or in marketing, but I worked for some outdoor magazines in media companies. Intermedia Outdoors is the largest outdoor hunting and fishing publishing company at the time. They had bought everybody, blew up, and then everybody bought pieces of them. This is kind of how the media world works. So after that happened, I went back to car action for a while. And then I went and worked for a company called Taunton Press. Then I did my own thing. And then I wound up at Horizon.
Wow.
Yeah. And now I think I met you first in like 2007 in Kansas City for Midwest scale. What was it called? I can't remember what it was. Midwest Indoor Challenge. 2007 at Fast Lane Hobbies in Kansas City.
Was that fast? All right.
So way back.
Only Josh remembers all of these details. No one else does.
No, I remember the event. I'm like, it was rock crawling was still new,
right?
And I remember that event well. I'm like, it was really, really well attended. It was the first event I went to where it was like you spent all your time standing in line. It was just so different than like racing or the other like national championships I went to, where like you stood around and watched, but this is like you were in queue, just waiting in line. Like people were just waiting in line to go.
And yeah,
isn't it nice to know that nothing has changed in the last
the huge difference
years.
Then is that was before like free crawl was a thing. So like you had a driver number and you had to run in a certain order, rather than like now how it's just like, hey, trail courses are open, you go wherever the course is the best going to be for you. And like, but back then we hadn't figured those things out yet. We'd only been doing crawling events for like 3 years. 2004 was kind of the first years of organized crawling events with some sort of rule set. So 2007 was
and because it was like indoor and they only had 3 or 4 courses, so you couldn't miss your spot in line. You literally you couldn't even watch that well. You could only see what you could see from where you were standing, and if you got out of line and missed, you were done.
What the hell?
Oh yeah,
that's so stupid.
It was.
You guys were idiots back then.
And
that's wild. That is wild.
2007, it was the Axial, the AX10 had only just come out. So there was, we were running axial based crawlers, but we were still all, it was hand fabricated chassis and there was only a few tire options, Masher 2Ks, Moabs, Badlands.
Did IMEX have any tires at that point?
They were and still are garbage.
Hot garbage.
Hard to get garbage.
Oh yeah. Very, very rare garbage. Rich Trujillo has a question. Is it true the rule is, and this is for you, Matt, is it true the rule is Josh does not get orange axial products? Or is that just something Rich does and makes everyone else do?
We spent more time discussing how we would prevent him from getting the orange ones than we did like who would get them, period. That was like the biggest priority of the whole
We got to
release.
move some things around here
I got so much stuff wrong because I was concentrating so much on.
You were so busy doing
orange,
that you forgot how to schedule the post release.
What day it was? Yeah.
That wasn't you though, was it, Matt?
I'll own it.
You don't have to. You could have not said anything. You could have been like, "No, that was some ding dong. That was the cardboard bitch." Blame anybody
this
else.
Intern who's since been tarred and feathered. No, that's on our. That's
it happens.
My house. So.
Hey, it's happened to me. It can happen to anybody.
That was a good capper to the day.
Son of a...
You're like, well, time to punch the old clock. I'm getting out of here. I will say it's definitely the best looking SCX24 to date. And I think you guys nailed this one. It looks fantastic.
It's probably my most driven one already. Just because of the trailer. Like I'm driving. We're backing
Yeah.
that. We're backing
yeah.
that trailer up
Trailer's so
everywhere.
fun.
Like just like all right. So if you,
That
Hopefully you're better at it than I
I
am.
mean, I
God
have to
damn.
assume.
I think that has to be the spec class that every rock crawling comp is, and you don't need 20 of them. More power to you if everybody has one. But just an SCX 24 in a trailer and some cones, it is no different than real
No.
life.
It drive. You know, I had some concerns about how well it would back up and things like that with the axles being locked together and not free will in between. But without a load on it specifically, it's not even hardly noticeable. And so, but yeah, it was actually a lot of fun.
And it's the first thing you do.
Like,
Oh, absolutely. You saw me. I spent like a good 40 minutes trying to back it up once.
No, I love it.
I was giving Matt hell after watching his video. I was like, were you trying to like not let the neighbors hear you do something? Like, it's like you were commentating a golf event. Like,
exactly. Golf voice, but also the daughter of the neighbors was out there sunbathing, and I already
so you were
felt
trying
like
not
a
to be
giant weirdo.
spotted
So
while you were.
I was trying to be like extra quiet. I didn't want her to be like, "What the hell is that adult man doing in his backyard?"
Yeah, because as she told her father the story, so the pervy guy next door with his toy cars is watching me again.
There's a guy whispering,
He's whispering
and
again.
I hear a noise.
He's swearing. He's swearing a lot. Swearing a lot.
Almost got it. No.
But how often? Like, so you probably had the trailer around in the office for a while. How often are you guys having your own little competitions at work?
Well, I'm remote. It's the first thing I did when I got mine. I'm like literally the first thing I did was hook it up and try backing up, because I've had trailers in real life, and if you've had that experience in real life, it's not even just. I wasn't interested in pulling anything. It was strictly just, can I pull out of a spot and back into a different spot? It's the only thing I really wanted.
Awkward not being able to yell at somebody else for not helping. Like, do I need to go left or right? Help me out here.
Cut the wheel. Cut the wheel more. Cut the wheel.
Now,
so yeah, and I've told people it's always that's the ultimate relationship test. So if you know, our first trailer, we had a huge trailer, double axle trailer. It was super easy to back up because it was so big. And then the second trailer we had was a pop-up camper, a single axle pop-up camper, and it was pretty hard. But then we got a camping trailer, like a overland trailer, and it was like basically 5 feet by 4 feet, single axle, tiny wheels in comparison to the Jeep I pulled it with. It was so hard to back up to the point where I was just like, forget about it. I'm going to throw my
just
back
move
out
it by
and
hand.
just try moving this thing by hand.
The worst thing is like trying to back a jet ski trailer into the water when the jet ski isn't on it anymore.
Yeah.
And you can't see it totally until it's just completely sideways. Like, that's the worst one.
I can see it being a big competition challenge side kind of thing at every event.
Yeah,
that's going to be
or also
big
during meetings.
I presume at Proline by the Fire.
That would also be a good opportunity.
Which I presume a lot of people are going to, not
now,
me. But
Matt, you're on the East
that's
Coast,
fine.
Right? So
yes,
that are you
the right one?
Did you go to the Badlands Axial Fest?
I did, and I'm going out to Proline by the Fire.
That's a good opportunity.
Hey, all right, you'll be able to see Josh in real life.
I mean, pretty much everybody except Matt.
I'm on vacation with my wife.
It's gonna be
not
great.
at Proline by the Fire.
I'm gonna have fun.
It's gonna be so fun. Mm-hmm. No, it is gonna be great. I am really looking forward to it. Is that Higgins from the East Coast? My dad would talk about racing with him when he was in RC car action. He was always a nice guy to him. Look at that. Brass Monkey 24. It's the same man.
That's me.
So
did a lot of racing.
I gotta go.
What was your favorite? Yeah, go kick the cat or something. What's your favorite race buggy of all time? Or what's the well? Okay, let's put it this way: what's your favorite one of all time, and then what's the one you've had the most success with? Because they might not be the same.
Um, they are any of the associated buggies, two-wheel buggies, and until like that class got really hard because I raced probably against my better judgment stock. I stayed in stock class, which it's counterintuitive, but it's harder than most of the modified and club racing. I'm not talking like national level stuff. Club racing,
Sure.
stock is the hardest. You have to like go all the time. And when I raced a lot before kids, and then when I had kids, you'd race like once every couple months, and you'd show up just for race day, and all the downtime would kill me. I wouldn't want to even practice. I'd be like, all right, I'd make sure my car worked, and then each qualifier was practice.
Right.
I got kind of, racing went downhill quickly, but but I still had the most success with the associated platform.
See, I love the idea of stock class because I think it gives everybody sort of the same. In theory, it gives everybody the same even playing field, but from what I gather, that's not entirely true because everyone's changing the timing on their motors a little bit here and there, or they're like swapping out a little part here and there. Is that still how it sort of is?
Well, yeah, and like the last time I was racing, like now I have a clay track by me, and I'll be racing Losi stuff, of course, because that's where I work. But when I was racing last, it was a carpet indoor off-road track. So it was very tire specific. Tires were use them once, throw them out. And because it was stock and everybody's motors were pretty comparable, all the other little details mattered so much more. And it wasn't as forgiving as like dirt racing where you could make a mistake or get into it with someone, have something bad happen, and then make up time. You had to like lay down perfect runs. And the guys who lived at the track and got every little detail right, they just,
Yeah.
They crush it.
Hammer on everyone. So my goal was always just to make the A main. It was just like a little ego satisfaction. I never, would stand a chance of winning. Sometimes I'd jump into third at a start. I was always really good at starts. Like the first turn was like probably my best moment in the race, and it kind of like just maintained. Yeah, I wasn't gonna. It was like, all right, I snuck into third because everyone crashed like idiots, and now I just have to just maintain, just coast.
Yeah, like we don't need to win. We're not. We don't need to be anybody's hero today. Let's just finish
Turn
this
one.
race.
Let's get through turn one.
Yeah,
happy there.
Wouldn't make for a very good pro racer, strategy, but that was how I approached it.
Yeah, the racing world, man. That's like Art was saying here. Stock class has the worst cheaters. It's always heard the same things, but I mean, it still sounds like a. I get it, like.
And I would never. I couldn't imagine cheating racing toy cars. But if you work in the industry, the last thing you ever would want to do is get caught cheating.
That, right? Exactly.
Just raked over the coals, deservingly. But so yeah, there was when it was blinky, my stuff blinked. And
yeah.
So
yeah,
Blinky
You're gonna have to
just
explain that.
Do you know what blinky settings are, Matt?
I kind of loosely. I've heard the term before, but I can't remember what it means.
Yeah, so it's fixing the timing. So you would be in blinky mode. If everybody was in blinky mode, everybody's timing would be the same.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah.
But at club racing, nobody's like there really isn't tech in a weekly club race at most tracks.
Right.
You can get away with a lot until somebody suspects you're cheating, which everybody suspects everybody's beating them. It's cheating. No matter what, whether it's rock crawling or or racing two wheel, if everybody who's getting beat is getting beat by a cheater,
man. Josh cheats endlessly.
I interpret
it's impossible
rules
to keep up
within their definitions.
That's not what it means. But whatever.
That's the NASCAR
exactly.
approach, the old school NASCAR approach.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Matt, do you do a lot of rock crawling or scale truck stuff these days?
Every day I try to. So I don't live in a very rock crawly area, so I don't do but I try to use rock crawling products every single day. So just whether it's my backyard course or just a little bit of trail run, or 24 scale stuff. 24 scale stuff makes that goal much easier.
It definitely does. You
absolutely.
Don't really have to go outside to be able to do something at least. But
you back up that trailer endlessly.
Yep. But yeah, so that's what I do mostly. I'm like, it's just the easiest thing to have fun with, and I keep wanting to race. My son likes racing, but it's like it's such a project to get 2 race cars ready. It's a ton of money. I don't know how people do it, but it's a ton of money and time, which is 2 things hard to come by.
How old is your son?
16.
And he still wants to hang out here. That's really nice.
Yeah, I know. Well, if it's like a A scale nitro buggy, then hell.
Yeah, just only wants to race. Like, what's the most expensive one I can race? Like that
it's all
one?
making sense now.
Most expensive, and the one that
most expensive, hardest one.
Requires all the tuning and all of that. Like, messy. Like, let's do that one, right? Like,
messy, expensive, most difficult, lots of travel. Sign me up.
That's great.
Why
wouldn't everybody just do this one? Like,
yeah, never.
JCM Customs over here says hi. If you know him, do you know that guy? JCM Customs.
He probably calls him by his first name, just JC.
Yeah, Larry. You know Larry.
So Matt, you came on to the Axial, well, as we discussed, brand champion position. That was mid last year.
Yeah. So it was kind of a transition thing. I was working in the web department for Horizon. Not really a web guy, but that's like a long, boring backstory. I had helped build the Axial website, and then when we were about 3/4 of the way through, I'm guessing about, Paul resigned. So Paul Wilhite. I threw my hat in the ring, but I still had to build the Spectrum site, the LOSI site. I don't think I worked on the TLR
Has
site.
Anybody?
So
Somebody
has. No.
That website was the oldest one forever.
So I had a bunch
jab. What a jab! You are scum.
Have you? I'm sure it's updated now, but last time I was on it, I was like, "What is this website?" That's good.
Well, they have a brand new one.
I will have to check
it out. So anyways, then once I finished that work, then I transitioned over to Axial and been there about a year.
Yeah.
You have to work pretty closely with Rich Trujillo.
Every day.
I'm so sorry for you. Endless conversations about JDM and Hot Wheels. I must
right-hand
so
drive
bored.
and
also, hey, remember when I invented Viterra? God, I'd be bored out of my mind.
Well,
I'm sure he's lovely.
You talked about some of your background with the media side mainly through the career, whether it was in the RC side or not. Had you ever worked for manufacturers specific before, beyond that?
On a freelance, yes, but not full time. So like, even like Axial, I had done a bunch of freelance content creation for their website behind the scenes. There's a lot of people did. So, there's a lot of people out there who did that same thing. They were, when Rodney Wills was in charge of marketing there, he really understood content marketing, and he would go anywhere to get it. So I could produce a large volume for him. That was one of the companies. There's other companies that they needed either tech stuff or any sort of content written. I would do that, but I never worked full time until Horizon.
How has that transition been from like the media side, keeping all of your bridges and your lines open and connected, and then all of a sudden just being like, nope, you're here. Just
yeah. It was smooth because I was like out of the industry before it. So like I had a period of disengagement. I was working for Taunton Press, which does like fine cooking magazine, fine home building, and fine woodworking, these like high-end magazines. So I was like completely removed. I wasn't even doing my own website that much. When I had moved to North Carolina, I was racing dirt oval, so I did some content again, but I really wasn't interacting with any of the big companies that much. So it wasn't. There was no really issues and stuff like that. It was almost kind of like a fresh start.
It's probably the easier way to go, is to go that way, to understanding, working with everybody, then just being able to go into your lane of focusing on one brand and that media and that content in general. So
it's got to be nice to have that focus.
That's what I would
sure.
like. Would be quite nice.
And
I was going to ask, like, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, if there was any brand, I'm like, it was really kind of just like a very odd dream come true. Like, I never would have suspected Paul would leave. I was thrilled to be at Horizon. It was a great gig. And then for like the Axial thing to open up, it was something that was like near and dear to me. I grew up doing full-size off-road. I was instantly drawn to when we started really getting into rock crawling, and especially when it turned the focus more on scale. It really resonated with me. So I was thrilled to, if I could focus on any single brand at Horizon, it was definitely Axial.
That's amazing. That's really good, because I know that some people in here have got some product questions, some of which I'm sure you won't be able to answer, or even dignify with a response. But the Eccentric says, bring back the bomber. And then Thomas Biazik said, Mr. Higgins, blink 3 times if there's another SCX6 in the pipeline. Don't blink at all, Matt. Don't blink anymore.
I will try not to.
Don't blink at all. Bring back the OG AX10 Betty body, please. That's a mold that doesn't exist anymore, so that's not going to happen. This one comes from Rich Trujillo himself. I know I'm saying it wrong. It's Trujillo. Trujillo. Sorry.
Jello.
Jello. Trujillo just sounds better. Jello. When are you going to do a Dodge Ram Charger? All my friends will
It's
buy
a Dodge
one.
Dakota, Rich. 1994 Dodge Dakota.
It's not exactly, or a Ram. I will also accept Ram, but it has to be like a early 90s. And then Tony CCXRC follows up with, Rich's statement is funny. RCers don't have friends. And I can say with some satisfaction,
You're in RC, there's no time
mostly
for
true.
friends.
It's true. So basically, Matt can't answer any of those questions, guys.
When is the next? Why don't you do that?
The Dodge.
Do you get a lot of that? The Dodge one?
Yeah.
Is funny. Because and it all goes back down to like, it's just the digital world we live in now with the internet, and like, what if you work in the industry, you realize that the loudest voices online aren't the reality. So what a few people scream and shout about doesn't mean they're all going to turn out and buy.
That's exactly right. And I think I think would be the best question. So at the time, you would have been heavy in the industry, in the media side at this time. What was your honest opinion on the Viterra Ascender?
I really only had one opinion. So I had one. At the time, and I don't know if I would feel this way now, it was too big. I don't know if anybody else feels that way. That was like my takeaway. I was like, oh, this seems big, but it was only
the body.
The body
on the first. Yes, absolutely. That thing was gigantic.
That was my only. It's not very valuable,
especially
opinion,
for a 3-wheeler, since it never put the other wheel down.
That was a selling feature, Josh. That was a selling feature.
25% longer tire life than the competition.
You barely need to rotate.
Yeah,
them.
that's
Richard is kindly asking you to not talk anymore, Josh. Put out an SCX. We could, you know what? This conversation, this interview could go on all night if you guys keep asking for weirdo products. I'd buy a bomber if it was released again. I want a UMG 24.
That's not a bad idea.
That's actually
I would
not
like
a bad
to see
idea. That could be kind of cool.
SCX
I would like to see that.
24 6x6. I think that would be it's reasonable. Probably
that would be a big seller too. I would like to see that as well. Maybe tracks. Two motors. Two of those motors in there. SCX6 Silverado. That's probably not going to happen. SCX6 UMG would be cool. That would be cool. I agree. I would like to see that as well. The UMG, that's an interesting one because that had a really short lifespan. Why? Was it not selling?
Yeah, I think it's always gonna. I'm like every once in a while, not with Axial. There's sometimes stuff gets short-lived because of licensing issues. That's never been an issue for Axial, but I've known that's come up in the industry. People are like, "Oh, why was that discontinued? We loved it," but if you can't legally produce it, you can't legally produce it. A lot of these car companies.
That's how I felt about the Vitara Suburban. That's I'm so sad they don't.
Don't tell FMS about this though. Like, let's keep this conversation just between the 600 or 800 of us. Like,
but yeah, like when it comes to some of the things that people are mentioning, like now, you always have to like balance performance expectations. So like people who, I'm not saying people who get it, but like people who have been involved. Their expectations of performance, they know that like a hard body is going to perform differently, or a body that's like a cab forward, it's taller, it's going to impact handling, where that's a small percentage. There's a huge part of the people, they buy something at a hobby store, they rip it open, and if the thing's more tippy or if it doesn't meet their then it's deemed a failure. They go online instantly and they rant about that, even though maybe their expectations aren't fair. So some of these things are like, oh, does it really make sense? Some of that stuff is probably better off handled as just a body that either Axial offers or Proline offers, where
I think that the SCX 24s, for one, the benefit of the cost being so much less because they're smaller, and the weight behind them being so much less, you guys pulling off the hard bodies has been great because those SCX 24s, a hard body on that, it can fall off this table and it'll still be fine. But hard bodies on the 110 scales, like so many of the people here are aware of, if you have the body that comes on a TF2 and you drive it like you drive SCX 10, like you could absolutely have a just pile of body parts by the end of a trail if you just drive them the exact same way.
Yeah, a very bad time.
Yeah, it does. You have to understand and manage what you think the general
never
customer,
mind,
not the people who are well tuned in and watch live YouTube videos about their hobby. Like,
never mind the fact that a hard body is just so much more cost prohibitive. You can do it at the 24 scale and not affect price too much. But when you get into those big bodies, that gets expensive.
Yeah, and the detail, again, with the expectations word, the 10 scale detail expectations are much higher than, like, the Power Wagon looks awesome. Now, picture that as 10 scale. We have to add even more detail.
I mean, honestly, I was shocked at the detail on that 24 scale Power Wagon. The 24 scale stuff, man. Like I've said many times, it's not my favorite world. I don't have any bones about that. But the detail that was in that little Power Wagon was pretty impressive. Just the tiny molded pieces that were on there.
Oh yeah,
I was like, that's
like the door handles,
the wipers,
fold away mirrors, even the wipers. Yeah, like there's some really great detail. Even the dashboard is accurate to a Power Wagon. It looks really good. One guy has got his hat backwards. I just noticed that now.
That was in my video.
That's really
Matt.
cute.
You should have watched it. You would have caught those
I don't
details.
watch your videos, Josh. They're terrible. Nah. Yeah, but it was in the green
exactly.
truck, and nobody likes the green one.
I saw it. I was like, opened the box and I got it first. I was like, oh, dang, look at that thing. That looks really good. And I looked at the side of the box and I went, it comes in orange? Damn you, Rich.
He's and I really
I
like
just see
that.
Rich
that he
looking
does
at the
that to
tracking
you.
information.
And this was the first time on an SCX24 that you have oil-filled shocks, right?
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So that's the big deal. Besides the body, I'm like, obviously that's the first decision maker on any of these, right? Is it cool to you? Does it appeal to you? A lot of time spent on that body, but this one's like the added value SCX24. Proline wheels and tires, the oil-filled shocks, the Spectrum branded electronics, which for the most part, like the big change there is the transmitter and then the charger. The rest is just rebranding. I'm like, anybody who's in the hobby knows that. But it makes it easier. Everything's more in line that way. Because it's a little bit, there's an axial servo, a dynamite motor. Now we're streamlining that, which I think is for the better. But the charger's a big improvement.
It's a good
people
charger.
in Europe will actually benefit
From the
mostly
USB-C.
from the charger. If you look at
being
it.
uniform. And granted, it's becoming more and more uniform here now as well. The
I like the
inner
inner
up front are
fenders
nice.
too. I think that was a nice touch.
AX24 also came with the SLT protocol. That came with the SLT3 versus the SLT2. So will some of the other or older versions get updated down the road, or will they'll have their BOM, and as things phase out and new models, things like that, things change? Or is that just...
No, I think you'll see new version. Like there won't be like running changes where nobody will know what's out there.
Go to a V3 version?
We'll have a
because
updated
I know when
versions,
they changed the electronics the last time, they changed the SKUs on those vehicles from the first version to then V2.
Yeah, so we'll probably do that. And so it won't be a whole new SKU because dealers hate that, understandably. It'll be, for those, it'll be like, V3, and a lot of others will be V2s.
So that makes sense. And seeing it, I liked the SLT radio, honestly.
Me
For
too.
basic radio,
Works pretty well.
The ergonomics are nice as well. I think most people who've been in the hobby, you look at it, the first thing you notice is the lack of a base
on the two,
like but it really doesn't matter, right? The pistol grip it's not tiny in your hands, it's not uncomfortable. The wheels appropriately sized, so it works.
Foam on the wheel. Yeah, it's good. It's good radio.
I like the full size radios versus the smaller versions and things like that. The older SX24 ones were fine, but I do prefer these. So.
And that's like the benefit of like being our own Monday morning quarterback. We've seen what this lineup has done and who's buying them. When they first came out, I'm like, they were almost like an accessory item, right? We thought they'd be fun. They'd be a low cost entry into the hobby for some people. Then it kind of like blew up, and like people like have 8, 9, 10 of these. They're modifying every single part. Like it's changed from its original scope. So like, we gotta we can't have 3 versions of the radio. We want to streamline this for people.
The
radio will be well received.
It is
No pun intended.
Whole just area of its own. Like, doesn't necessarily mean that it's crossover. It just means like people just really love this scale, and that's where they want to be. I get it. I mean, upgrades are very affordable.
It's an easy thing to get into from like even a comp perspective, because you don't need a lot of space or setup time to create a course that is challenging for these trucks.
It can be kind of challenging to crawl on a messy desk.
Yeah, I think that like they're fun to. I'm like, I never would have thought working on them like people would go as crazy. I'm like, they're tiny, but people go crazy working on them. You can go on Amazon. Like we have our own upgrade parts, but if you go on Amazon, you can literally buy every single part from 3 or 4 manufacturers.
Yeah, you can completely put together an SCX 24 from not a single OEM part if that was your goal. So, I mean, there's whole companies that now exist and have their own cars that are based off of it. Like, so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talk, Josh, about you never getting an orange thing
I've
again.
never got one of the orange versions of an axial. Well, no. The AX24. The AX24.
That's not true.
The Wraith 19.
That's the only one you got.
I got the black version of it. I have to go through I didn't get the Gladiator in orange or whatever they call it. I think they called that red.
That was red.
Or did they call it
red?
orange? I don't remember what it was. Either way.
No.
Whatever it was.
They never called it orange. Maybe you're thinking of the no. I don't know what it was. Doesn't matter. Is there Matt, is there a favorite current or past axial product that you would say is sort of like your Halo one? Like what's your go-to if you could have one?
Well, right now
past and then current.
Yeah. Well, past I thought the SCX 10-2 was perfect for me in many ways. I love that. It's probably of all my crawlers the one I use the most is a SCX 10-2. I'll probably bring that up to Pro Line by the Fire. Very close, if not catching up and passing it, is the Base Camp. I like the simpler transmission. Depending on what you want to do for an interior, but if you're not looking to do a full interior, I just like the 3-gear transmission. And yeah, I like that a lot. Handles well. There's a ton of aftermarket support.
Yeah.
So.
What's your least favorite axial product you've ever owned? The 6x6. Oh, you're not.
What? You don't like the 6x6? Oh man, you're making a lot of enemies today.
I know. A lot of passionate people. But yeah.
that was an immediate answer as well. So
awesome,
I believe
choice.
you.
Yeah,
100%.
Snap to it.
Boom, that one. Didn't like it.
Gross. What about it? Didn't you like?
The 6 wheels.
Argue
Too many
with
wheels.
you. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty valid. I don't think I can argue that one.
That's a very truthful statement.
The grill was fine. The rear bumper was fine. Everything else, in between. Not much.
My biggest gripe about that car was actually the grill. Too thin. Too thin on the
Yeah. Grill either. It's way too thin.
I can see pitchforks now. You're done. Jeremy Burrs, thank you, sir. I think Matt was the one that came and checked out my base camp at the Team K&K TTC. After hearing, I did a full pull through the mud pit. I'm not sure which Matt that would have been, but base camp would have probably been Higgins.
Yeah, it must have been Higgins. Certainly wasn't me. I haven't been at.
I was going to say since the base camp
2018.
existed. No, they do
They
not.
even do that anymore?
So,
Yeah, exactly.
Have you obviously you must have been at one of the Team K&K, Matt?
No, because he didn't have it this year. He's
So
done.
No.
So
Jeremy,
yeah, no.
You're incorrect.
Well, shucks. That's too bad.
But it was probably Chris.
Bye, Rich.
So, did you mention that Flying Cars is free on Prime Video now for rent? There you go, everybody. Go to Amazon Prime Video and you can get your free chance to watch Flying Cars. I suggest watching it a dozen times.
Matt, you really did you had no clue that was going to be a part of the movie, did you?
No, I did. So I'll bore you with a little bit of the backstory. Yeah. So
this is not boring at all. This is the most intense part of this whole interview.
Hold your comments, everybody.
Everyone, shut the hell up.
Yeah. He so it's Dave Hill reached out to me and he had asked me for permission. We had a quick conversation. I was like, absolutely. I knew it would be one of those things for exposure bucks. I mean, no money involved whatsoever.
Doctor,
I didn't.
They didn't have any money for you.
Yeah. And I wasn't looking for any, but my only concern I had was like what kind of light are you going to show this in? I didn't have the most professional YouTube channel. I didn't want to be on there to be mocked, So and he's like, oh no, you're going to be, show how to paint a body. I'm like, all right, yeah, I guess. So, and I had another, not that you do stuff to call on a favor later, but I had ulterior motives, and so I agreed. The movie came out. I had my opinion of the movie. My cameo, if you could even call it that, is like a nanosecond. Like I had to rewind it 3 times to show my wife. I'm like, that's me. If you look at the guy's phone,
I was gonna say I saw it and I was like, I know who that is.
Yeah, it is the cameo of cameos. I'm like, and then I watched it, and then from up to that point, it's not bad. And then it takes a couple wrong forks in the road.
I mean, he had already stole her $600 to buy this RC8, but
yeah. Like the message wasn't super awesome. It was like relive your childhood. I'm like, oh, that's a good message by making horrible decisions, getting kind of creepy, losing your fiance. It was like jeopardizing your job. And I'm like, well, that's not like RC doesn't do those things. Like it could, clearly, but
good. It shouldn't.
That's not really what I was hoping for. So, then and then the movie. The RC community kind of had its opinion of it. People really ran with the creepy vibe more than anything else. And I was like, well, I can't tell anybody. People were like, oh, have you ever heard of this? Nope, never heard of it.
Hey, you're in it, though. Nope, that's not me.
No, that could be anybody.
Nuh-uh. That's definitely not me. So, but also, your painting demonstration was excellent. But I gotta say, he did a real shit job of painting that car.
God.
He must have just watched it in passing. Like he didn't even really pay much attention. He's like, yeah, slap the paint on. Okay, good. Yeah, we're good.
He wasn't.
I'll just fast forward all this and stuff here and watch that.
But what's funny is the point in the video he's watching doesn't at all line up with what he's doing at the.
He's already sprayed it. And you're just going over the bit.
Yeah. To wash it. Make sure you wash it. And he's like, final coat. I'm like,
final coat? There's more than one?
Won't wash it now.
I start with the final.
That was one very heavy coat, I believe. Yeah. He went to the Josh Thede School of Painting. All right, get out your chip brush. If you don't have a chip brush,
just
any spray paint will do.
But so what's funny, that industry is extremely hard to break into, and
film or RC.
Film, like
oh yes,
so it's a tough one, and so when, after the movie came out, I had reached out to him and I was like, hey, can you do an we have a mutual acquaintance, can you do an introduction? The guy just ghosted me. So he was very communicative when he needed something. Now he didn't need me. He could have used. There's a lot of videos. I was probably the first one he asked. I happened to say yes. It's not like he needed my video. There's plenty of videos, but I
don't like where this is going now.
Yeah, as soon as I had a favor to ask in return.
Now, interestingly enough, completely unrelated to anything RC. I saw you had posted you've sold scripts you've written for the film industry, correct? Like, now is that something you've done more than once?
Way.
I remembered reading a thing that you had mentioned about.
Yeah, so recently I optioned a movie called One by One to a legitimate production company, and there's strikes going on right now, so stuff's a little slow. And the way it works, I don't want to again bore you with the details, but options doesn't mean anything until they get funding. So you get 10% of what they promised you, and then when they promise you, you'll get that in basically 2 installments, which may never happen.
Yeah, it's just kind of an interesting thing, and people may not have fun fact
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
the other side of your.
And does this? Sorry, I need to know because I work in film daily.
Yep.
What does this? Is this movie RC related?
No.
Great. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. No RC in it at all. And I do have a movie they're cutting the trailer for now called Consequences. That will either be a short feature or a long short, depending on which way they want to go. So if they edit to a short, so a long short, they'll do the festival deal and try to use that as a proof of concept, or they could just hey, we think we have it, we'll do it as a feature, and I don't know what they'll do. But. And then I have a bunch of cheesy shorts out that you basically give away a script for $0 or $400, and somebody makes a horrible movie out of it.
Tell them you've got a friend who is a really great film editor.
I know people who watch that, because I know people who are looking for film editors, but
film.
This is I talked before. It's always exposure bumps, which suck.
I'm too old to accept those.
Yeah,
Matt is only accepting Monopoly money now.
I need the real. Yeah, I need Monopoly or.
But yeah, you get to a certain age, and having your name in the credits of a movie that nobody will see is not enough.
Oh, I get those all the time. I have those already. Yeah, that feeling feels really good. When my wife falls asleep to the thing that I cut.
Yeah,
I worked on
Or
that.
we skip the ad that you edited. Skip.
No, I have real shows now, Josh. Real shows. Yeah. So it's Matt Hollywood Higgins. Maybe that's your new name. That's right.
You're gonna need some big sunglasses for when you
Just
come
gonna
out to
call you
Pro Fire.
Hollywood.
No photos.
No autographs. Every photo of you is just this.
I gotta see if I could get a Flying Cars T-shirt. I think that would make a
They
difference.
probably still have both of them that they made. So
Is there any? You know what? Actually, is there anything stopping us from making merch that says that?
I
I
can't
don't think
imagine
there
there's
is.
much of a budget left for.
There's not much of a draw for it.
No, I don't think he has a big
There's-
legal budget. So
Yeah, there's no budget for lawsuits.
Well, Matt,
Excellent.
looking forward to seeing you at Pearling by the Fire. Glad you're going to be there at least, even if the other Matt is ghosting us.
I'm so sorry I'm going to be missing that. It would have been great to meet you in person.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
probably been okay.
maybe.
well, it'll happen.
Someday. Well, we're both on the East Coast. I'll just come to
That
an
would be
event over
easy.
here.
Yeah, it was going to happen at Ultimate Scale Truck
Yeah,
this winter, but
Yep.
we're not having it. So
Oh, right. Yep.
maybe the next.
Maybe the
one.
next one.
That one. So
Maybe the next
we have a
one.
wheel to spin, Matt, because we have to figure out how.
okay.
Oh, yes, we've got to get to it. Yeah, that's right. Matt, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's been a real
Next,
pleasure. Matt Higgins,
Yeah, after the
Brand-
next release,
strategy, marketing,
now that we've
genius.
got a good
We'll have you
replacement
back.
for Randall.
Now that we've done this. Who?
We're
Guy's
gonna have to
dead
come up
to
with
me.
some questions to battle back and
Long
forth
live
with
Matt Higgins.
Trujillo. Higgins. Here, Rich said. Much appreciated.
It's gonna
Thank
be
you,
great.
Matt.
Look forward to it. Thanks, Matt.
All right.
Much
Thank
appreciated.
you very much, guys.
We will see you again soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh,
I've got the wheel up.
I also have the wheel up. You have to go first again.
What? No, you go first this
You
time.
won the wheel last time. You're going first.
And I defer to the loser.
That's not how the. God damn it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Sorry to Matt Damon. No time. No, we were gonna have Randall on, but there's no time. We've got 9 minutes before we have to talk about Formula because I
Ugh.
do believe it is race week.
It is race week.
Is it race week?
Singapore.
Yes,
So,
Singapore.
I still have this wheel up from the last time. It is still on the result that I got
Oh,
the last time.
mine's not. I may have randomly spun it by mistake.
Mine has not moved
No.
because
Ooh, the wheel of misery.
I was just like, if I spin it, like I couldn't get worse results. So like, I don't want to waste
Sure you
the good
could.
ones to come.
The worst one for you could be bankruptcy this week because you did have a little bit of money carry over, didn't you?
Yeah, like $5.
Well,
I was like,
$5,
I'm not
$5, man.
leaving money on the table because I could get bankruptcy. But if I get bankruptcy after that, like on the second week,
Somebody was complaining that you didn't pay for the file or you
No, I
didn't
did.
pay for the filament.
no, I did
Did
not
you pay for the filament
No,
though?
filament's free.
Well, the Carbon X1, Bamboo Labs Carbon X1 slicer does calculate how much filament you spent. So
You can take that to the bank and smoke it.
they do not allow smoking in the bank.
Did you
All
pay
right, Wheel
tax?
of
No.
Misery.
No tax, no shipping. And to
I
be
got so many
fair,
Hot
I didn't
Wheels.
even
Frank.
pay for the rings, so they should have been free. But whatever. All right, or the posts. I didn't pay for either of them. I took
All right, are you spinning your wheel?
I'm spinning the wheel. Ready?
Spin it. Yeah, go.
Spinning. Oh shoot! I forgot to hit record.
Oh, nuts. Do we need to
Oh my
record this every week? I guess we
God.
do. What did you get?
I'm hitting record now. I apologize for having
What?
to use this. It's like right on the
What
line.
did you get?
I got
What did you get?
Amazon week.
Yes! Yay!
It is on the line of $25
Doesn't matter.
though.
What does it say?
Oh,
What does it say?
It says Amazon. I'm happier about that
Amazon
because at
week.
least I get $60.
True.
But
65 because you have $5 left over.
ooh, I do have $5 left over.
$65 on Amazon. That's gonna get you. That could get you a whole car. You know what you could do? You could just buy a whole other RC and just stick it on the back.
Just take parts off it.
Yeah, this will fit.
God, it makes it so hard to
Equally
plan because now I
281.
have to shop. Like I had things planned, but now I have to like.
See, this is what's great about the way we're doing this now is that Josh's ability to think and plan and set out a whole series of goals is completely obliterated. This is a true budget build.
This is terrible.
That's like 11 tires, says Dave 4130.
I stopped my recording.
All right, I will start my recording. My recording is begun. I am recording. $65 in Injora parts will go a long way, says Long Tall Texan.
No.
Josh's favorite brand.
I'm
You can
so
get a. Oni said you can get a great set of knockoff VP wheels. The irony.
hard pass.
Can you imagine if Josh put
Oh,
fake
yeah. Just-
Vanquish wheels? Does the Amazon pricing include shipping? Well, if he's got Prime, it's free.
yeah, free shipping.
And I think we can be pretty sure that Josh has Prime based on the number of things he buys on Amazon. All right, they're lifting and coasting to get to the end of the show. That's not true, Tony. We had a long interview with a very lovely guest. We opened a lot of Hot Wheels boxes. Actually, I didn't open any of these boxes, but I'm going to. Not, where is it? I'm going to put this one away. Not opening this one. Ever. Okay. I am ready to spin the wheel.
Yes.
Oh, they're trying to use F1 slang out of context. I get it. That's the joke. Okay. Here we go. I'm spinning the wheel now. We are spinning. And we...
Did you get freaking recycling bin again?
No.
Okay.
$75 a week.
This is such horseshit.
Yeah.
There are some solid brands on Amazon, aren't they? Yes. Vanquish parts are on there. Yes, technically.
That's
but
so great.
I feel like I have to try
That
and make
is-
something interesting out of it. Something that's not a knockoff part for one, and then still something worth.
No, eccentric. We don't deal in Canadian dollars here. It's always been U.S. dollars. Always. It's like hockey.
I'm so glad I didn't get
One
the 25.
Canada, 2 USA. Oh, dude, that would have been brutal.
I wouldn't have counted it because I wasn't recording. I'm like, nope, can't use that one. Matt has a weird delay on
we
his
should have
wheel
done-
spin. Something seems suspect. Do you think he recorded it and then played a recorded video?
Oh, wow. Can you imagine? That would be a high level of cheating that I wouldn't bother with.
Don't think I didn't think about it.
I don't even. How can I cheat more?
$100, $100, $100.
Yeah, Josh has to use the entire $60 on Amazon. Isn't that how that works? You have to spend all 60 on Amazon. You can't just buy one thing.
True. Well, I have to. Yeah, it's just anything that I do this week has to be from there.
Yeah, has
and
to be
I want
from
it to
Amazon.
be, interesting. So after he just talked about video editing, right? CGI.
Yeah, it's all CGI. No, there's always delay on Josh's side. I watched the recording, and for some reason, Josh just seems slow. And I don't know if it's like because he is like just slower. I don't know. So no bag of zip ties. I mean, he could buy $60 worth of zip ties, but he has to use all of them on the truck.
They all have to go on. I could just buy one thing, put it on, and make a real boring video for next week. But I have to make the video, and I don't want to make that video.
He doesn't want to be bored. He wants to make a good video. Oh,
what
man,
can
this is
I buy
fantastic.
that's
I
weird?
cannot
I gotta
wait.
buy something ridiculous.
You gotta buy something weird for it. Buy like a weird light kit.
That's
that has,
exactly
like,
what
a
I was
smoky
thinking.
kit
It was like
or
some sort
something.
of
Oh, you were?
ridiculous light kit, or
Or like a sound unit.
I'm gonna do that, but it's just gonna be like thunderstorms, whales. Just like
It's a white noise
I think
machine,
this
but
is
it's
the
got
wrong
the whale
type
setting.
of sound. I'm like, nah, I think this is pleasant.
Oh man, that is amazing. You know what? I kind of, even though it's not Amazon Week, I kind of want it to be Amazon Week now. RC smoke unit. Yeah, I think that's absolutely right, DK. That's what he's going to put
I'm
in.
gonna get
He's hotboxing the Fordyce.
I'm gonna get an incense holder for it. Just
Actually,
It's a
here's an
diffuser.
idea. Here's an idea.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. I think you're going to like this. Buy yourself a video baby monitor so you can FPV it. Just glue it right to the inside of the front window. And you can FPV around the office.
I'm gonna come up with something. I'm gonna make it an interesting week.
Tony said, buy a cool WWE driver so you can have this face.
I love driving.
We all know Josh doesn't put dolls in his trucks.
Oh, can I tell one more story?
Absolutely. That's all we do.
You
on
want to
this
know
show.
what I bought today?
We're done with the wheel.
I
We're done
bought
with the wheel. There we go.
a child's toy, a pooping child's toy, because
Why did you do this?
James Knight, Mr. Knight Customs, was discussing
Jimmy Knight.
one of his daily, his real job projects, which is the Gotta Go Flamingo.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah. He's got a lot of. He works on some interesting toys over there.
and like this one's super popular. You feed it this sherbet, and it says, "Uh-oh, gotta go," and you put it on a little toy, and it poops. I was like, done. It will be here tomorrow.
So you bought one.
Like, this will go right
amazing.
here for you. So,
well, that's great. I've got $75 to spend, and I can spend that any way I want.
anywhere, anyway.
Anywhere. You know what? I could even go to a Canadian retailer and use American dollars. How much money is that in Canadian? Oh, baby.
$93.
I'm rich. Bitch.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, this is going to be... I'm going to be on my phone tonight. Scrolling. Just going to search weird RC.
Oh, I like this one. There's a couple of good choices here. DK said, Josh buys a desktop waterfall, installs it into the bed, a la Pimp My Ride.
Yeah, I heard you like waterfalls.
I heard you like waterfalls. So I put a waterfall in the back of your truck so you can look at waterfalls when you're driving.
$65 for a pooping flamingo? Maybe not.
Uh-oh, gotta go. I think I'm going to get a baby monitor now. Oh, Tony has a hack for you. Buy a Visa
That's
gift
what he
card.
just said. Tony said,
100%.
they sell Visa gift cards. Get a $50 one. I'm going to make this special. I don't know how. I have ideas.
I don't know how.
I have ideas. This is ridiculous.
Solder and a roll of brake line. Build a cage. That's not a bad idea either. They make a flamingo and another one called Turtle. No, they don't. Do they, DK? He's got $34 for the flamingo already in my Amazon cart.
You should all bring them to Proline by the Fire. Have Mr. James Knight sign your Gotta
them.
Go Flamingo.
Yes. Uh-oh. To go.
Oh, God. As you can see here, last purchased September 13th, 2023. Purchased one time.
You fool. Oh, my God.
It is exactly
Don't go
as you
chasing
would think,
waterfalls.
the pooping flamingo on the toilet.
Move it up, move it up, move it up. I want to see. This is a toy that James made. Well, now we know how he made it.
What does it poop out? The thing that you feed it, you feed it with this little thing, and evidently it makes a sound, and then
Yum 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 yum.
oh God, it's got a theme song and everything, a jingle, I think, not a theme song, but a jingle. So,
oh brother,
it's got 4,500 reviews on Amazon. Just saying.
Wow.
It is.
I think James really hit it on the head with that one.
I mean, yeah.
Do you think it was like him that came up with it, or he just had to implement, execute?
Like,
I can imagine his boss walks in. He's doodling around on his computer, and his boss walks in, and it's Crocodile Dundee, and he goes, "Right, Jimmy, we need to make ourselves a flamingo. I want it to be able to eat and poop." James is like, "Oh Jesus, what am I doing here?" It's for the family. It's for the family. It's for the family. Okay.
I think it started with the theme song, and they're like, "Okay, but what do we make?"
I know. Poop. Everyone loves poop.
I don't remember why it came up, but it can't. It's talking about like somebody made $1 million on fake puke, and someone's like, rubber dog shit. He's like, poop comes up a lot at my job. I'm like, what? Well, we have this flamingo. See?
Oh. Charlie Shankles says, my daughter got one for Christmas last year. It makes a big mess.
I think that's the point.
That's the point.
Gotta go.
Uh-oh.
It tells you when.
Why did we buy this thing?
I want to get it and then just inspect. Like, where did they put the detail? Because...
Right. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Uh-huh.
Like, where did they draw the line? Or the, So, we're going to find out. Find out what size it can poop. Will this work? Oh, doesn't like Thai food.
Feed it a hamburger.
So yes, it'll be here tomorrow. Well, we stretched this until
I gotta get
only
one.
7
God
minutes
damn it.
left in the show to discuss the upcoming. Well, let's first thank some viewers. Thank you, TRD Adventures, GC Coop 2, RC Patina Guy, and You're Done, RC, Jeremy Burris.
Safety Third RC, Thomas Bialzik and Thomas Bialzik. Thank you,
Much
gents.
appreciated, everybody.
Yeah, very nice of you all.
So,
how much does flying cars cost on Prime? It's free right now.
to rent, evidently.
Isn't it?
Yes.
To rent. It's free.
Singapore got neutered this year. They did take out the left, right. Left,
What?
right, left. The section that went underneath the grandstands
Yeah.
is now a big straight.
Ah, boo.
That's what the Alpine cars are saying right now. No, more turns.
What are we gonna? No. We need all the turns, please.
Yeah, we can't go fast. We can't go fast for straight. It's $4 Amazon Prime for US.
Whereas Williams is going like,
Yeah, like exactly. Yeah,
that car is fast in a straight line.
it is fast and straight.
Not so much in the turns.
Don't worry about those little turns. But looking forward to it. Not going to make a difference. Red Bull's going to win again. We don't have much.
Nope.
We don't have much this
This
season.
is the weekend.
Psh, no.
This is the weekend.
Everybody's saying that.
This is it. Max is going to stuff it into the wall.
My only concern, lap 1, turn 1.
He did it last time.
I know.
Remember?
Well, no, he went around the outside last time. He didn't get into it, did he? It wasn't last year.
Not in turn 1. No, in quali, he definitely hit the wall.
Right. Got a little too close.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
So yeah, that. I think he's gonna just be smart, cautious driver through turn 1. Whether he loses the place, whatever, he's gonna get through that. He's gonna back off if he needs to, and then he's gonna win by a lap. So.
Win by 18 minutes.
So.
Where do you guys watch F1? I watch it on the F1 TV app.
Yep. Same for me. So.
I spend money to watch it the best way possible.
Yeah. It's same for me. It's worth it if you're a fan. So.
It's totally worth
Red
it.
Bull
If you
has
are
a
a diehard
mod. Oh,
fan.
I haven't seen any of the show and tell bulletins.
Oh, really?
VS410
I think we'll
Flamingo
find out.
Edition.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gotta go.
Gotta go. Crawl some rocks. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's...
I still have to record a What's on the Bench episode. I've not done that. I'm going to do it tomorrow.
I got to get back to work
And then I'll
on
put
my
the episode out in the
Ford
afternoon.
Ice. I've got interior stuff. Actually have to work on the battery system.
Oh, for your Pro Line by the Fire.
By the
one.
Fire build. And that Ford Ice.
Right.
So.
That is a no budget build.
And that is a... There is no tracked tally. So, looking forward to it.
Which is probably good for all of us.
I'm looking forward to getting that done and getting the video out. But that's going to be...
How is everyone else doing with their builds
So
on that?
that's the one for those that weren't following. I brought about a dozen people in, and they're following along with me. So they're getting the files at the same time. They're buying the send cut send parts at the same time, and they're starting to fabricate all their stuff. And honestly, things are going really well. The jigs are working for guys. They're getting cages together. They're building multiples of some of them to let like, oh, I didn't like that one. I'm building it again.
Nice.
And everything seems to be working.
We proved the point that this works, right? Because you and I did it with the Porsches.
Yep.
So,
this one's,
if I can build it,
and this one is more on the metal fab heavy, where yours was like molds and I have PTSD over that project.
oh my God, that project. I'm honestly, I still can't believe that you managed to do it all, because you did a lot.
I have such PTSD.
It's crazy.
I have learned so much on that whole process.
You have, and it applies to everything else. Speaking quickly of carbon fiber,
it looks so much smaller.
I kind of do want to. Well, when it's not stuck to my hand, anyway.
It looks bigger in video.
It does look bigger in video. Yeah. You're right. It doesn't look that big here. It's not. It's not a big boat. It's quite short. But I was thinking of doing a carbon fiber hull, at least in part. And we talked about this. Maybe just doing like the lower edge and doing a couple sheets, cutting it really close, and then covering it up with some tape or something, or some paint.
Yeah, paint line to help blend everything. If you wanted to go full crazy and you want to actually do a mold style of it, let me know and I can help you create the file so that you could lay it up like we did, kind of, and then you could bond. You could, cut, bond, that type of thing.
Yeah.
In case you want to get silly.
That might be a thing too.
But
I don't know that I want to get that silly with this. It's a fun little project boat.
Casey Crawler, thank you. It's an awesome project. Definitely a no budget build. Yeah. He's one of the follow alongers.
Yes.
Which has been great. Racing Case in here as well. My bender ships tomorrow. Yeah. A lot of guys are being like, what did you just use there? Like, here's a link to that. Oh, I'm using this as well. Here's a link to that. I'm not doing a lot of... that was another mail call thing I forgot to do. I had to buy I have a nutsert tool. And then I have another nutsert tool because I needed to put nutserts in for the slider connection. And this one is a little bit too bulky in this area. And Casey Crawler was like, mine works just fine. It's this one. Like, I guess I'm buying another one.
Guess you're buying another one.
So,
real quick, even though it is 11 o'clock, some people asked to see the RWB. I might as well bring it over. But just so you guys know, there is going to be a full build video. I filmed every step of this body, Lexan body. But here it is. I'm really very proud of this. Even though it's a Lexan body, I really spared no expense on the details and did a bunch of stuff that Pandora didn't do on their product page. So I feel pretty good about it.
Yep. I hope you don't bin it.
I'm not going to, because I'm probably not going to drive it.
Like, nah, can't. How's it?
I can't drive this.
Size-wise, will you compare it to the other Porsche?
Which one?
Our Porsche. Your class 1.
Oh, yeah. Standby. So one quick thing, it's got all the decals. I added the exhaust. This had to be all painted, but it's just loose because obviously I would never drive it with this on there because I'll just break it off. But there's like a whole Lexan motor detail bit that turned out quite nice. All the panel lines are done with actual panel tape, which was
very fine lines.
Yeah. There is an interior, there's a dashboard and a steering wheel, which is part of the Lexan body kit. And I put a little pack of smokes on the dash for Nakai because he smokes like a goddamn chimney.
Smokes like his head's on fire.
But yeah, it's like, yeah, I also put real metal mesh in the front, just like he does. It's exactly the same way that he does it. Like he uses a pair of scissors and just bashes it into the profile. I've never seen anybody just be so absolutely mean when building a car.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
It is.
Anyway, this was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to build. Yes. Oh yeah, you wanted to compare it to this Porsche, I think.
Just curious.
Yeah, for sure. In terms of sizing, hang on, how am I going to do this? What if I do it like this?
Yeah, that'll work.
Is this good? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Couple inches shorter.
So ours is a little bit longer.
Right. So
there, that's better.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. That makes.
Yeah. I'm so proud of this. I know it's just a Lexan body, but the amount of effort that I put in to make it look really good, I think a lot of people would have probably just said, I don't need to do those canards.
Yeah, what are those, craft foam?
No, those are Lexan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They had to be cut out and held in place with tape so they would stay.
That sounds miserable.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It was not fun.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well,
there's a lot of resin details, like the rear view mirrors. Those are resin. That's it for resin details.
Isn't the wing resin or no?
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
wing is
that makes
resin too. Like this whole piece is resin. It was fun to make the mask for that.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like being that's paint and not stickers. So much detail.
And then I also
is that a little hook in the front? Is that a
tigers.
sticker or a piece?
No, that's a real hook. That's a real hook.
Look at that little thing.
Yep. Spared no expense. I even added like the headlight washers.
Little squirter.
And the wiper washers too. It was friggin' awesome. I loved putting it together. And it looks so badass.
It's a solid.
I want a real one.
Yeah, but so well. Thank you to everybody who joined.
There will be a whole build video on that, and thank you for everybody for watching. It was a lot of fun tonight. Thanks to Matt Higgins too. That was amazing.
Appreciate all of you.
Good to have him on.
See you. Well, Matt's got what's on the bench. I will not have
What's on the bench tomorrow.
I will not have Friday. I've got
no, because you're at ASD,
I have
right?
the ASD event Friday, so no live stream then. But anyway, have a good weekend.
Cool.
We will see you next time.
Love you. Bye.